All right, let's host my first annual Christmas in July party. It's literally 90 degrees, so this should be interesting. I'm not exactly sure where the phrase Christmas in July comes from, but Christmas is my favorite holiday and July is my favorite month, so it's only natural that I claim the theme. For the menu, I wanted to take inspiration from dishes that I would typically serve during Christmas time, but make them feel a bit more like summer. Something my family does every Christmas Eve is Feast of the Seven Fishes. It's an Italian tradition of serving 7 types of seafood to bring good luck. And while my family isn't even slightly Italian, we love seafood and will take any excuse to indulge. For our first 2 fishes, I made my grilled oysters parm using the Sun Golds from my garden, and I snuck some anchovies in the sauce to get those numbers up because 7 fishes is harder than it sounds. For the rest of the menu, I made my crab mac and cheese, hot lobster rolls with a side of lobster bisque, tuna tartare with caviar, and shrimp cocktail. And for dessert, I made cookie dough ice cream sandwiches in honor of Santa's milk and cookies. And of course, I tried to be fancy and break out the ruler and sliced my finger open. But the most tragic of it all is that I forgot to serve the ice cream sandwiches because I was just having too much fun at the party. But they made the perfect little treat for the morning after. For a welcome cocktail, I made frozen watermelon margaritas that I was planning to garnish with little Christmas tree shaped pieces of watermelon, but I was pressed for time and I had to skip it. I also had a guest chef in the kitchen, Mr. Salt Hank himself. He just opened a sandwich shop on Bleecker serving the most incredible prime rib French dip sandwiches. And prime rib is another one of my family's Christmas traditions, so it completed the menu perfectly. And to keep things interesting, I sprung a surprise sandwich competition on him, my lobster rolls versus his French dip. Safe to say, things got a little heated. He's gonna yell at me if I don't say this, but his French dip did win the contest, technically, but it is his thing, so I'm gonna let him have this. This is probably my ideal dinner party format where we're all just hanging out and eating in the kitchen. It's much less rigid and surprisingly makes for a lot less cleanup. And selfishly, I like it because it means everyone's eating their food when it's piping hot, literally coming right off of the stove. I had about 14 people staying at my house for the weekend, so after we ate, we downed some blueberry basil lemonade shots and got the real party started. The dress code was summertime Santa, and safe to say, the people did not disappoint. They showed up and showed out. But the highlight of the party was definitely the foam machine. It was the perfect end to the perfect evening. It did inspire about half the party to get into the pool, but that's a story for a different day.